So what I'm trying to figure out here is, I'm gonna go, there's a plane that's been buzzing like mad here lately. So I'm gonna go around the outside edge of this entire deck and 45s on the lumber to get it, you know, to kind of box it in, and then I'm gonna run the cross pieces across the deck. I think it'll just look really nice when it's finished. If you can kind of get an idea what that looks like right there. So I need to figure out how far I'm gonna overhang, and I'm planning on having a piece of 1x material here. It'll cover everything up and clean everything up. A 1x12 will take me down to about here with a nice piece of trim. So I'm gonna hang a ½ an inch over that as well. And basically what I need to do is figure out how to make all these cuts and angles to get them where I need to be. And I think the easiest way to do that would be to measure everything out, and I'm gonna use a pattern for that. This is why I'm using scrap wood, to get a general idea of what this first cut is like. Because I'm way off on this one, right? So I cut that first one and realized I had that big gap there, and then made the adjustment back on this one. That gets me a lot closer to where I need to be, but I'm still not there yet. So I'm gonna tweak this, make a couple of more adjustments, and then hopefully be able to make some cuts here. But this is gonna look pretty nice. I mean, this is gonna look really, really sharp. I like it. Okay, after 4 pieces of scrap, trying to get them lined out, I think I have what I need to do here. And I've been trying to cut this with a handsaw, and trusty Rusty got me. I think it'll be better off using this. Okay. Cut these just a little bit bigger than the lines because I'm having trouble being too snug when I cut them. Then I'm going to use the other vibrator kind of saw to cut those nice and level. See where we're at. Oh my gosh, I nailed it. So that makes me nervous when I got so many notches and cuts and angles, because I'm not that good at it. But it was pretty cool. I just placed the board in front here, drew the lines on the outside of each one of the posts. I already knew what my measurement had to be here because I'd already played with the blanks on that, and then made it a little bit wider than it had to be because there'll be some expansion. This wood's pretty dry, so there'll be some expansion in the wood when it gets wet, and it will get wet. Chance of rain today, but that makes me feel pretty happy. And I had said that I wanted to be. Let me get the cell phone and show you this. So I had a bit of 1x material left, and it's 1x12 that I'm going to do across the front. So that will be the 1x12 across the front, and this will be the overhang. And we're exactly flush with the outside of this, which is what I wanted. So 3/4 of an inch hanging over here, and it'll be 3/4 of an inch hanging over the trim work over there as well. And I'm going to put the trim work on after I get the rest of the top on. That's pretty much right on the edge of that lip, isn't it? Nice. So I imagine this is going to be the most time-consuming part of everything that I'm doing on here. It took me a while to figure out how I was going to do that. The posts for the decking, and I got that figured out, and that went pretty quick once I figured it out. But this is going to be meticulous measurements again and again and again. But once I'm through with the outside piece, then it's rock and roll across the top. And I'm going to start from the front, and that front piece, I'll have some notches in it too, obviously, right? I'm going to start from the front, and I'm going to work my way all the way back to the wall, so that my final piece will be a small piece, I imagine, in here. And I'm going to do 2x6s all the way across, and I'll split the seams. I don't want to have the seams breaking in the same location all the way across, so I'll stagger the seams on it as well. that board's going to be okay. It's got a pretty good twist in it. I might play around with this a little bit more today. I don't know what time it is. I'll have to check the clock. But it's just going to be from this point forward, adding boards, making sure the twists are out of them. I did end up pulling the screws back out, the outside screws back out on this board here, and then clamping it down, running the screws back down in it, and then I put a third screw in there to get everything nice and tight, and that's why I'm just going with 3 screws all the way across. This one was twisted pretty bad, but it looks like it's pretty a-okay right now. Just keep plugging away, one board at a time. These screws were expensive, like $45 for a 5-pound thing of 10-inch deck or of 3-inch deck screws. Ouch. Shame on me for not checking my battery, because I just did a whole bunch of this right here and had some nifty ways to get everything all lined up and squared up, and made some quick tools for it and everything, and I recorded it all, but the battery went dead, which means I lost everything that I recorded. Shame on me. That's probably going to do it for me for today, though. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm heading over to Brother Will's, catch a shower, come back, have some dinner, and then got to put all my tools away and all that stuff, and then I will get back on it again, probably tomorrow after work. Progressing right along, though. Moving right along. I am going to have to run a sander over this thing, like I said before, when I'm done, because there are some fluctuations here and there, some waves here and there. Nothing bad, though. Nothing bad at all. It's coming out very, very nice. I'm going to throw my plywood back up on the top, and then I'll have wood on there to walk in and out of the house. I kind of wanted to show you this the other day, but when the battery runs dead, when the battery runs dead, whatever I'm recording, I lose at that point when I'm not paying attention. So obviously it's kind of tough to find perfectly straight lumber, right? This I'm trying to do is the closest pieces I can. This one is out by just a little bit at the end. Come on. This will work. So I'm using the nails for spacers. Got one. Look at that one in a minute. And if you look here, there's a gap. So the way I'm correcting that, I need to drill that hole so I don't split it. Leave it up there. Alright. Start this one. So all I've done here is just put one screw in here, and then I've got the 2 screws down here on the end, and then a screw on every one until I get to the point where I think it's going to affect the bend. And I shove my nail in there, get it where it needs to be, using this as a pry. I'll pop a couple of more screws in there right now. This wood is really green. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. Most of the stuff that I'm grabbing, I'm hand picking myself here, and it looks really nice when I get it. but you know, being green wood, and being lumber from the flooring store, it's not the most incredible. But I'm trying to keep these gaps as best as I can. Here I've got a gap that's a little bit on the big side. There was nothing I could do about that. To keep the rows fine. It doesn't really affect that much other than a visual for me. And I just wanted to make sure that I got it as close as I could to a straight line. So one screw down here at the end of the board, set the board back enough to where you can pry it. I don't have any screws here, but I do have one screw right here, and that gives me just enough of the wood to make a little adjustment there on the end. And then I've gotten to the point where I'm coming back and I'm just putting one in. On each floor joist, right on the center. And then once I have one in, you know, I got the 3 on the end and the 3 on the end there, but once I have the one in here, then I go back and I fill everything out. So I drove all the way up here to Palmer to pick this up. Ready? Brand new wood stove for the cabin. Got all kinds of pipe and stuff with it too, so pretty excited about that. I don't know how much of this I'm going to need, but I know I'm not going to need all that triple wall. So that triple wall is going to probably help pay for what I do need in extensions on this single wall here.
Secondary combustion in this. It comes right up against this plate here.
No, well, it's down here though too. There's a secondary combustion chamber down here that superheats this.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so
Oh, mother.
it's almost easier the way we were doing it before. Slide it this way, and then maybe.
You want to take the doors off again?
Yeah, it probably wouldn't hurt. I was going to say we could just rock it back, but right, like that back,
Yeah.
and walk it on.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Okay. Then we're going to go, I'm going to do this. Because we're going to bring it up and onto there, right?
Yeah. I'll have to turn it around. You want to try and lift it up there?
Yeah, that's what we did to get it on the truck. Oh, shit.
I'm not missing the wood.
Well, no, I'm on the corner here and the corner over there. So
You're on the deck on this side.
all right. First deck one. I'm going to stand the deck anyway.
You're in the house. Ta-da!
Wood stove.
Shit.
That one. Nice, there it is. I got a late start today, but that's okay because we have sunlight until like 11 o'clock at night. So I'm going to get this deck finished today. Basically, I was waiting for the weather to dry out a bit, and we have dry weather for today, Sunday, and Monday. Temperatures tomorrow and Monday are supposed to be close to 70, if not above 70 degrees, which is super awesome. Haven't had that yet this year. And then I have to get on to the next project. And the next project's going to be pretty intense for me, and I don't know how long it's going to take, so we shall see though. But I've got all the metal here for the roof, and then I've got the wood stove. I did have a couple of comments on the plywood, and I pinned it to the video that it pertains to, but that commenter had two comments. One was, you know, the deck wouldn't be that wiggly if I actually used the joist hangers on the joists. Every single floor joist in here has a joist hanger. That's the first part. And the second part of it was, hey genius, where's the water gonna go with the plywood top? I'm not a genius. So I did not take offense to that. For those that don't know, I live in a cabin full-time right now. So I needed a way to get in and out without having to step through, you know, have gaps and holes and stuff that are on there. So the plywood's only on there temporarily while I'm doing this. Let's see. But this will be the last day for the plywood, which I'm pretty excited about. the top of the deck finished. Awesome. Okay, well, nice. Need a little table. Need a little libation. And that's going to do it for this episode. So next is stairs. I'm going to wait to stain it. When I do the stairs, I want to stain everything at once so I get the same color when I'm done. But I plan on sanding everything down and then doing the stairs. I'll probably start on those tomorrow. But like I said, I got a lot of stuff going on right now. I've got the wood stove inside now. I've got triple wall pipe over here. I've got single wall pipe over here. I need a few more pieces to be able to install that. I want to install that first through the OSB on the roof before I put the metal on, because the OSB is kind of forgiving, right? If I make a hole in the wrong spot, I can always cut that piece of OSB out and put another piece in there. But once I have the hole exactly where it's supposed to be in the OSB, all I got to do is run a drill up through the metal once the metal's on the roof and then cut it out to size, and it'll be done as far as that goes. But yeah, kind of been waiting for this for a long time. Oh. Even the rooster's happy today. Anyway, I'm Sean in Alaska. Thank you guys for watching as always, and we'll see you next week. You want to listen to some radio? Well, I do this, which means I'm going to silence that one out. Some Irish. I haven't listened to Arna G in a while. And then I'm going to grill a steak.